No.
Yeah.
They don't smell like eggs, dude.
They don't.
In 3 casts, 1 spawn
They
bag.
smell like the burnout pit up drag strip. They smell fucking terrible.
Why are you dropping F-bombs when we're live on YouTube? Yes, we
Did you
are,
drop an
idiot.
F-bomb?
Charles just did.
No, we're not live yet.
It's not like I haven't done it before, but we are too live. We've been live for 23 seconds.
Oh, we have 1 viewer now. 4. Oh, here we go.
It just takes time for that thing to catch up, dude.
Oh, here we go. Well, I don't see no comments yet. Everyone's gone.
It takes
Hey,
time.
sup?
He does that every week. He's like,
Zach
see what
H,
you've done? Just
Gavin,
months of you messing up the live feed
Flounder.
has got Cameron just on edge.
Jambia, Cody, Adam. Yes, you probably heard that. Brian, what's up, Brian? Michael.
Yeah, Charles
Thunder.
quit it, he says.
Hey guys.
Do we need that AC? It's good.
It's kind of chilly in here for
Yeah.
once. It's perfect. I mean, I'm good though. I'm gonna turn it off. I can hit it. Got it. What's up, boys and girls?
We're here.
We're here. Chat. Some fun stuff.
What are we talking about tonight?
I don't know. Honestly, I just want to talk about smallmouth all the time.
Smallmouth bass.
Yeah, smallmouth.
Okay, we're gonna take a vote. Do you guys want to talk about
There's
smallmouth
There's
bass?
nothing going on in the salmon world.
Do you want to talk about smallmouth bass or salmon tonight? Those are the two choices.
It's one or the other, not both. No, yeah, there's nothing going on in the salmon world this week. The lower 48 Super Bowl of salmon starts in 2 days. Let T minus 48 hours.
Whoa.
36 hours. Or is it probably even less than that?
Putting the boat in the slip tomorrow. Becca Picknell, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah.
She used one of the super stickers too. Thank you so much, Becca.
Nice, thank you.
Eventually, very soon, we're gonna have our own custom ones of those.
We are?
It's part of the channel membership if you're a member. We have YouTube members coming up soon, guys.
Salmon, summers, and salmon. Bass! Salmon.
Bass. There is a couple bass in there.
Crappie.
Bluegill. It's pretty.
Bluegill, yeah. URBs, that's right. I did hear from a guy down at the docks today that there may or may not have been one that was like a Chinook accidentally caught while sturgeon fishing. Which I thought was pretty funny. Which I've had happen. Which I have had happen with cohos in, like reeling up sturgeon gear from the bottom. Like it just comes up swinging. Even on that tough line leader, they'll grab it.
Craig says bass. Nope, sorry, Craig.
Yeah, Craig. Bass. Craig. So we went out bottom fishing today, right? And you'll love this. And I grabbed all my deep drop rods and I grabbed my one swim bait rod. Because I'm like, I'm just going to bring my swim bait box and swim bait rod. Dude, I bet out of the 42 bass we killed in an hour and a half of them came on the swim bait. It was savage. Like we were fighting over the swim bait rod, just casting it upstream. I mean, they were crushing it. So tomorrow I'm bringing like 6 swim bait rods and all my stuff. It's good practice. Good practice.
That's fun.
It was awesome.
That makes it, yeah.
It was so fun. We were just happy. We were having. And then what was crazy too? The small ones were picking at the shrimp flies and the jigs, but like the bigger grade ones were just choking the swim baits. Just choking. It was awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for the help on Facebook yesterday, Logan. Yeah, I don't remember what I did, but no problem. Yeah, Craig, dude, it's.
What do you mean, dude? Time is already leaving. He already said bye. He just got here and now he left.
Oh. Bye. We'll miss you. We won't, but we'll miss. No, I'm just kidding. Going salmon fishing Depot Bay, second week of September. Nice. There should be some around there.
Thank you for the super chat, James.
Thank you for the super chat.
So what are we talking about, Cam? We're going to cover a couple things tonight, right? I'm going to get a giveaway going while you talk.
Like there's just that little thing called Buoy 10, and we haven't really talked about tides and some strategy stuff, and and then I got some really cool news from one of our local legislators, Ann Rivers. She told me that there's a bill that's getting worked through that's going to allow some tribal harvest of some seals and sea lions in the Columbia River in Puget Sound. Yeah, it's looking really good. I guess she's like in partners with like the Tulalip tribe. They're working on that, and things are looking good there. Benefits for all for that one. And then Buoy 10. Here we go. Salmon season. No. Yeah, salmon season, the whole 9 yards.
All right, guys, we got a couple giveaways that we're going to start out with here. We're going to give you an opportunity to win some 50-pound Tough Line Dominate. This is a 300-yard spool, so you should be able to do a couple of your reels with it. And then we're going to also give away a Short Bus 3.5 spinner, which you can hopefully put to use down at Buoy 10 or during the salmon season this year, wherever you may reside or chase salmon.
There's a bottle of water right there for you, man.
Wherever you chase salmon at. So if you guys want an opportunity to win this, do us a huge favor and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You guys have been killing it on YouTube lately. All the people that are our YouTubers have been hitting thumbs ups on all of our videos. We really appreciate it. So smash the thumbs up, share this out here, and then just drop a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. That's how we like to get these things started off, and we'll randomly select someone here in a couple minutes.
A couple questions I saw. Buoy 10 closes right now. Scheduled for August 27th is the last day to fish down there. The difference between the SS fluorocarbon and the CFX, I believe the CFX is P-Line's coated line versus the SS line, which is the actual 100% fluorocarbon. And then there was one other question. I saw it. I already forgot. Sorry. But I'm trying to knock some of them out there. Yeah.
Yes. What's he said? I don't know what his name was. But yes, we have an official Facebook page. Just search Addicted Fishing on Facebook and you will find it.
And don't forget to join the discussion group too.
There's a forum that gets like 100 people a day joining. It's crazy. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Really cool to see.
Thanks for tuning in from Kamloops, Catherine. Yeah.
Got people from all over the place tonight. Montana, BC, Tualatin, Everett, Richland.
Any chance the custom K14's coming back? Maybe in some variation, but we'll see.
This guy right here.
I kind of put out the.
This guy right here will never be back, but
that one will.
They'll be similar.
I was gonna say because that one kind of took everything that basically
you've been doing for years. Why do you think I called it the Legend 2.0?
Yeah, that one's gone. So yeah, there's another one though. There's an old school one actually we need to talk about. But I haven't used it for years, so that'd be unfair to be like, it's awesome, and then just like...
I mean, if you caught salmon on it years ago, it still works.
That's true. Different salmon, though. Different salmon back then.
Oh, were they? Less hatcheries?
I mean, or more hatcheries or something. I don't know. I'm just going to come up with something lame. Lake Wenatchee Sockeye. Yeah, that's been looking like a lot of fun. I wish I would have gone up there.
No, guys, I have not got my boat yet. It's a sad day in the Lefevre household.
Yeah. Marlon's got to just be a boat whore this week or the next 2 weeks down there, but he knows enough guys with boats. So
I'm gonna have to jump in other people's boats. But if you guys want to buy boats, I encourage you to go right down here and you see this little logo, Stevens Marine.
And you know what?
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want a boat in the next year, you better order it now. You better go to Stevens Marine and get it ordered now because they are. Not just Stevens, every boat manufacturer, the fishing industry in general is just busy. Lots of people wanting to get out and go fishing.
I don't blame them. I mean, sadly, there's not a lot of team sports, school. I mean, there's not a lot of activities except for, fortunately, I think outdoor activities have been spared from this COVID thing, or at least, some of the bad clusters and some of the bad regulations. And so for what it's worth, right now we can fish, and we're gonna fish. And Chris Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. Still Chinooks here around Springfield, Oregon. Yeah, I'd imagine they'd probably be there for a while, hopefully. Wait, Springfield, is that the valley, or that's not the coast? That's the valley.
Springfield.
So that'd be like maybe some older springers, Chris. I don't know, but thanks for the super chat. 24 go fast. No.
Yes, exactly. Who thinks we should make that into a t-shirt?
I'm going to fish 22.5, 31, go my speed. That's what I'm going to, my t-shirt will say.
This doesn't sound as catchy.
I'll say like 22.5,
Fish are all about how it sounds. And it's just the way it rolls off.
It matters how cool it is. Yep. That's what I forgot. That's damn it. Yeah. I forgot the fish. You have to have a cool,
you got to have 24, go fast, UV flashers, game over.
Well, you know what? It is funny though, because out of our stash here, what did I grab? I grabbed the two. I needed a couple more flashers just to feel comfortable down there. The old Buoy 10, because I'm doing all 360s this year. I grabbed the two that are chrome but have some little UV flare to them.
Those look good.
Yeah,
those look good. What's he name? What's short JT name that one?
The Vixen.
Ooh. The Vixen.
Watch out.
Kind of got a little tingly in my stomach.
I will say I grabbed two of those from you earlier in the year for the ocean, and they worked fantastic. So
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't take them back.
It's good to hear.
Shouldn't have said anything.
I need to go out and just do this. I mean, it's a sad day when it's August 12th and I haven't gone out and fished for fall Chinook. That's bad.
You didn't even get out in the ocean at all this year.
I am
busy though. July was ugly.
I'm behind the eight ball.
Yeah, I think you can fish Fort Stevens, but when the Columbia's open. But I always mix up the forts. Which one's Stevens?
Stevens is like you cross the Warrington Bridge and then head.
So that's the Sandy Beach, Social Security Beach.
I think so.
Dude, I always mix them up.
No, Fort Stevens is like. Well, maybe it is. I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
It's south, isn't it?
It's on the south side. It's on Oregon side.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. When the beaches are
Yeah,
open.
south of Warrington.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some pretty good little there's some sweet little bass spots at Stevens.
Now we're talking my language.
Some sweet bass spots at Fort Stevens, dude.
Need to go bass fishing.
Yeah.
Screw
I'd love to take you to that lake because the last time I fished the one, dude, I smashed them. And it's like under fit. Like people don't fish it. They think it's like a
Now
trout.
you just told everybody.
It's a
where to go
stalker
bass
trout
fishing.
lake. Good luck finding which one I'm talking about.
Oh, was there a
There's like
bunch?
multiple, yeah.
All right, well. Anyways.
Anyways.
A little side combo there.
Hey, don't forget, we're giving you guys an opportunity to win some tough line and a short bus spinner. So if you guys want an opportunity to win that, do not forget. Make sure you guys are dropping comments below, interacting, sharing this out here. It helps so much when you guys do that for us. So share it, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate it. And we're going to randomly select someone here. It's 6:58. At 7 o'clock, I will select someone to win this first prize pack. Or Clint will, I should say.
Do you guys have any favorite brands of kayaks? And to be honest with you, the only time I've used my kayak would be a lot of duck hunting. I have not used a lot of kayaks for fishing, but that's definitely something we as a group and as a whole need to get involved with more. So no, we don't. I don't really know. So hopefully that answered your question. It couldn't really help there though. But I'd be one of those guys that wants to take my kayak like through the surf and like go out into the ocean and try to do something really stupid.
I don't know much about kayaks so much for like fishing from them, but from what I've seen, like everybody seems to go towards the Hobie.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you see the
Hobie's like
Hobies,
the
the Old
fishing
Towns, or the old, yeah, there's a few of them out there. Yeah, I don't really know. We need to do it though. Going out tomorrow and hopefully land a fall nook. Yes. Yeah, it is getting there. Is it bright orange braid? Yeah, I'm using bright orange braid. What's it to you? Got all my lines and rods and reels all freshly lined up, ready to rock. Let's see here. It's getting close, right? T-minus 48 hours. What is the... Hobie kayaks. Yeah, see, like I said, guys, there's a lot of guys. I mean, let's be honest with you. That kayak fishing is getting huge. So, at the end of the day, we definitely need to do that. You guys are a lot of guys chiming in here, talking about the kayak stuff. What do you guys think about center pin setup? I don't know. We'll save that question for Marlon. And as we get into more steelhead season, Marlon loves center pinning. Where did he go? Damn, I thought he was walking back in.
Go crate up his dogs.
Oh,
He'll
gotcha.
Be right back.
Perfect. Yep, native as well. Makes kayaks. Very cool. Best line for the cold water reel. Thinking 30-pound braid, fishing multi-species. So, Jeff, I guess the wild card in that super chat, and appreciate the super chat question, would be, I've got 2 sets of cold waters. I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me. But the reason why I do is because, like, if you bring Chinooks and you bring any kind of like heavy gear trolling, any 360 trolling, you need to have a minimum of a 50 to 65 pound braid. But if you're going to do more like back trolling, tributary fishing, maybe even some hover fishing or kokanee fishing, my favorite with the cold water, I'll use like I'll spool them up with a 30 pound braid, but I'm not going to use that 30 pound just using that heavy gear. It just ain't going to work. So I try to stay away from that, but hopefully that answers your question there, bud. But if you're going to do that heavy Chinook stuff, go 65. You don't want to be undergunned for that. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Steven, for the super chat. I finally get to see an episode live. Headed to the coast for surf perch and crab this weekend. Nice. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Steven. Appreciate it.
Heck
Thank
yeah.
you for the super chat.
We appreciate it, Steven. We got to do more surf perch.
We do.
You know, that's one of our the surf perch episode we did for Addicted Life is one of those episodes that just still is doing good. Like, it's just getting views. Like, there's just a lot of dudes that are into surf perch fishing.
Dude,
guys and girls.
We should
need
do
to
it because
more.
I suck at it.
It's so fun, too.
I like go out one time and I just murder them, and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. This is so easy. Well, I think like the next like 5 times I went out, I caught like 2. Like they're just like, nope. Yeah. Handed it to me. Need a jetty fishing episode. That is correct.
We do need to do that. How have we not done that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. We'll get on that, dude. We will do a jetty fishing episode.
Okay, 702.
702.
Pick a winner.
Scroll it over there and pick a winner, bud.
Pick a winner. The winner is going to be some tough line and a short bus spinner. And don't forget, everyone, we do giveaways throughout these live feeds like every single week. Clint just randomly selects people, but the way you get selected is just comment. Just make sure you're commenting, sharing, giving us thumbs up. All those things help when we randomly select you. So Derek Thompson is the winner from Medford, Oregon. Derek, you won yourself some line and a short bus spinner. There's the email right there in the bottom right hand or left hand corner, whatever it is on your side. I don't know, left or right. Orders@addicted.fishing. Shoot us your shipping address, exactly what you want, and we'll get it shipped out to you. Thank you.
If you guys can cram on a boat together, Jordan can come on a live show. Yeah, a little indoor versus outdoor there, buddy. Trying to keep our distances and doing all that. So,
Yeah.
We're working on it. Let's see here. You guys.
If I had it my way, Jordan would be sitting right here every single week, and I would not give a shit. But unfortunately, there's just too many little.
It's a thing.
There's just too
leave it
many
at that.
little people that are butthurt about that, and so I don't want to deal with it.
It's a thing. Let's see here. Is online my only option to buy your stuff, Becca? As of right now, yes. Addicted.fishing. There you go.
Yeah, it depends on what you're buying, Becca. We have like our twitching jigs and our steelhead jigs and our floats. Some of our stuff that some of the other companies that we partner with make, like Procure, you can get our scent in the stores. You can get some of our stuff in the stores, but for the most part, if you want to buy things, just go right to our website. And Clint every once in a while will roll that on the bottom of the screen, just because we like to let you guys know that that's where you guys can shop if you guys want to support us. We appreciate it. Oh, look at that. Right on cue. Clint's doing his job,
Wow,
Cameron.
A little late. I mean, if you knew that was coming, he could have like put it up there.
Yeah, why don't you read my mind?
Well, it's
It was
not
already
just
up
that.
there
I mean,
earlier.
you were kind of, well, anyways. Bigger garage. Like it.
No, unfortunately, Andrew, I have not been rapping these days. At one point, I was a rapper. I was the white rapper, Marlon.
I got to hear some of this stuff one day.
Oh, Joseph, I saw you at Little Caesars. Nice to meet you, man. It was good meeting you. Sorry I was kind of in a hurry, but good meeting you in there, man.
Dude, you guys are always out of the gear. I have money sitting for you guys. Well, I don't know what gear we're
That's
out
the
of
one
right
you
now.
choose to read? Seriously?
Yeah, pin that up there for me.
God,
Take the website away. Pin that comment up there, and then let's just have a little talk here.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Is this just going to be a rally on Clint?
What's going on here, Clint? What gear
Yeah,
are we
Clint,
out
what's
of?
going on?
It broke my super bait!
It didn't break.
Hey,
Might have broke.
Hey, no, seriously though, we're just joking with Clint. That's probably partly my fault too. It could be my fault, whatever's missing. What are you waiting on, dude? What gear are you trying to get that we're out of? Because recently we've restocked the website with all of our not twitching jigs. Damn it, I just let a little cat out of the bag that we're gonna have twitching jigs soon. But
For what? What's coming up with that?
Not yet.
I gotta get my super baby broke. And now you just made me lose my train of thought again.
Oh, good.
But
Sink it's
yeah, we got steelhead jigs, our floats, we got hats, sweatshirts, worms, egg, our little steelhead eggs. We got everything on there.
Some of the jigs were
You
out
need
of-
I'm a
XL.
fat guy. Yeah, XLs go fast though. Like XL's like probably the most
that
popular
all
size.
just got restocked.
Yep. So it sounds like it all just got restocked. So if you were
There you
waiting
go.
on XL or larges or 2X, we just restocked all that stuff. So, and if
Robert?
you're looking on the summer drop, that stuff won't be restocked because it was limited edition. So in the future, if you see something come out and we tell you that it's limited, try to hop on it quick or else
Yeah.
it's going to sell out.
Robert Bell had just an interesting comment. I've heard Alaska is declaring a disaster on the returns for salmon. Anyone want to talk about it? We're not that familiar with the Alaska fisheries, but I've seen some of the blurbs like coming on some of those, like the Kenai, and I thought the Kasilof was doing good, but I thought they were having kind of a mixed bag this year for king returns. But I mean, that's kind of out of our element. As much as we'd like to fish there, don't really follow it too much during Chinook season. Brianna Piazza. Hey guys, love the show. Watching from Clear Lake, Washington. Have you guys ever fished the Bleep River? No river names. No. The one time I was supposed to go up with a guide and fish for a couple days and catch a bunch of salmons and bull trouts and all sorts of fun stuff. It like rained 4 inches like 2 days before and knocked it out. But that was like 2 years
that
ago.
is on our list. We want to go there.
One. That'd be a fun one to go do this winter.
Yeah, that's a fun river. We definitely. And thanks for tuning in, Brianna. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we want to get up there and expand. We can't just sit here and just beat up all our local steelhead to death, right?
I can. Lots of big steelhead.
Is that hat on the website? I don't know. This is the one I took off the shelf last week because you guys didn't want to stare at my awesome forehead with my suntan. Is that one on the website anymore?
No.
This is like one of my favorite ones. It reminds me of my stint on the.
I got a small run of those made, and then we sold them quick again.
Oh,
we should probably just do
We
another.
should probably do another run.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep our stuff limited, dude. We don't want to have 50 different styles of hats on our
my
website. It
gosh.
gets really hard to manage the inventory. You know what
Any
I mean?
opinion on the Convector
Yes.
Low Pro reels? No, I've not gotten them. I know they launched those.
Are they smaller?
I believe so, but there was a reason why.
No line counter.
No line counter. That's what it was. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to maybe grab a set of those, like for some like tributary hover reels, or maybe even some. But it's like right now, I need my line counters are kokanee. Damn it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have no opinion.
We should get some of them. Check them out.
We should. Let's see here. What is the?
Yes, Doug, we will make that video for sure. We've been talking about it the last couple of years. We will make that for you for sure. That's a fun little fishery to do. I know there's a lot of guys that do it, and it's fairly easy to figure out. So we'd love to make that video, man. Just stay tuned.
Dude, you know what? The reality is because of the way they positioned our seasons between like September 8th and then the 23rd, like that'd be a very, 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 very good time to go down and do that one weekend.
Yes. For Coho.
Very good weekend. If I'm not smallmouth fishing. But yes. Be a good time to go do that.
September's really good for largemouth too.
Yeah.
Well, actually more October.
You guys ever fish striped bass? No, but Lonnie got one.
Yeah,
in
that
New
was
York?
crazy,
Was he
yeah.
in New York? or
Rhode
Connecticut?
Island.
Rhode Island, yeah.
Lonnie's working storm, because that hurricane hit over there, right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah. Azalea or what? Not Azalea.
Yeah.
but
So,
Oasis.
and Lonnie, if you guys didn't know, Lonnie, who's been a part of Addicted since the beginning, he's a lineman, so he's been over there restoring people's power. And he said he was like off a pier or something, and he saw a bunch of them jumping, and he asked a dude if he could use his extra rod, and he caught one. So
Sent us a picture of a striper. It's badass.
yeah, his first cast. Yeah, he said it. He's been sending me some crazy videos of like fish just rolling. It just makes me sick. It's like, where are our fish? Why don't we have just piles of fish just rolling?
I don't know. Maybe we should just try to get the stripers up into the Columbia River.
I'm sure it'll happen over time, right?
Why not?
I'm sure it'll happen over time.
Man, let's talk some buoy tent. Like, I think all these people are tuning in. I mean, we're just rattling.
How many people we got,
questions
Clint?
What do we got here?
400. I don't know. I don't think we can talk buoy 10 until we get to 5.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let's get another giveaway going. Who wants another giveaway? Who wants me to give something else away? Something with Clint's. What do you got, Clint, that we can give away yours? Those glasses?
No pride, no self-esteem.
Oh, this is my last pair. You guys have broken every other pair.
Let me give those glasses away.
Who should it be? Let's give away some Dave's Tangle. How about that? Ooh, the salmon pack? Why not? Dave's Tangle salmon pack. Oh, my head
It is the
itches.
best bobber year I've ever done. Straight line where you can set the hook. I lost that one. Firing lots of questions because everybody wants to win the damn giveaway. Good job, Marlon. It's going at a good pace. You screwed it up. Just kidding.
It's still going at a good pace.
Oh gosh. Now everything's just giveaway stuff.
I can't even read the comments.
Oh my god, I don't even bother right now.
That's why you super chat.
Yo, more bank fishing videos, please. You will see a ton more of the truth coming. Trust me. Bank maggot season. Bank fishing season is coming. Bank maggot season.
We're getting ready to get Jordan a new raft.
But that's not bank fishing.
We're getting him a red one.
A red one.
A red one with a giant addicted on it.
Pretty.
It's gonna be sick. Give away the con cooler in the background. No.
I gave away one to the Columbia River like, I don't know, was that a month or two ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was floating down the Columbia somewhere.
Now you have
Yeah, the 25. Went off the back of my boat in like a 40-mile-an-hour windstorm, and I was going like 50 miles an hour into it trying to go home. I was being...
You didn't go
Charles, what did
I
you
didn't know it was
need?
gone until I got home. I went, oh, it's not here. Oops.
Size 2.
Ooh, Tony.
Trebles.
Good question. Am I starting B10 with bait, brads, spinner, or spin fish? I am not starting with bait. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm going to try to...
Size 4. I'm going to try.
You know, like, you want to talk about buoy 10, you want to talk about, like, the stuff, like, we as guides can control, and you know, bait sometimes is something that we can't control, whether it be the size of the bait, like the freshness, the quality. There's a lot of guys that deliver really good bait at buoy 10, so I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, you know, the bait's crap, so I'm switching all my program. Like, I'm a dyed-in-the-wool bait guy, but I'm just going to try to do something a little different because, you know, depending on the fishery that you're getting into and depending on, like, the short strikes or the grass, you know, the usability of the 360s in a spinner or a super bait is so much more user-friendly for clients. Like, you don't get that little tap where a fish had knocked your bait straight and it missed and you don't know it because no one saw it because they were looking over at the other boat watching them land a fish. So I'm going to try to kind of change it up a little bit this year, but I don't know, that might change really fast. But Friday morning, got my Short Bus Super Series. I got some Short Bus 3.5s and a couple Brad Super Baits that are getting wet first. But I'll have the triangles and I will have the bait leaders ready to go. So, there, hopefully that answered your question.
I just tested it. It's not working. It's not doing anything.
What's not doing anything?
Any tips on trib, sea run, cutthroat? No, but what I can tell you is I want to learn more about that. When do those fish come in here?
I don't know, but I catch those things like crazy winter steelhead fishing in one of my haunts a lot, and I catch some good ones like to where they'll drain the bobber and you'll think just whap.
I have heard from a couple people that in that specific little haunt that you're talking about, that the upper sections of that is like epic when those things are in there.
Well, the thing is, like, you'll
as
catch
many as you want to catch.
I mean, when you're targeting steelhead, I mean, they're probably eating the same thing, but what I've heard is that, you know, we'll catch them on our beads and our jigs and whatever we're throwing at them, but it's like if you actually like fish like little, you know, like little red flies and
Little
stuff, like,
mini trout worms.
right, if you actually like target them, like they're a blast and they fight like hell. I mean, you'll hook a
I'm
good
doing
one
it
and it's a lot
So
of
no,
fun.
I can't help you on sea run cutthroat, but I can tell you I'm going to learn a bunch about it this year because it's on my radar.
Can we see a poor man style bank fishing? Can't always have a buddy on a kayak dropping my rig for me, Steven. Well, that's the best way to do it. If not, big weight, a big wobbler, big killer fish.
Yeah, so we have a couple.
Yeah.
So Steven, if you go on the channel and go to the how-tos and tips, we have a lot of videos on there, and Eric Swanson actually made a couple different videos showing you basically how to plunk from the bank in the Big River without a kayak, without doing anything, just casting and still actually fishing 3 setups. So check that video out. It's on the channel, just in the how-to tips and tricks.
Fresh crawdad tails, Evan. Yeah, I could see why that'd be just a banger for those cutties. That's a good point.
Evan, let's go. Take me.
Yeah, let's do it. Catch and cook squawfish versus sucker versus whitefish. There we go. Love Mike sample it.
Yeah. When Mav was here and he was in Idaho, he did a catch and cook squawfish.
No. Not going to turn him in for those $8 on the Columbia anymore.
He said it was terrible.
He said it was terrible.
It was awful.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we should start telling everyone that they're really, really good to eat. I mean, they taste a lot like spring Chinook, honestly.
Walleye.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Super oily, fat, and they cut beautiful.
Like walleye. There you
Walleye.
go. They
there
taste
you go.
just
walleye.
like walleye.
They just like walleye.
Yeah. If you ever guys get those, they're really good to eat.
Yeah, if you guys have ever overlooked any of the episodes, I saw that comment there. Just type in addicted fishing and then a species after that. Like whether it be trout, salmon, bank fishing, any of those subject lines. I mean, we've got playlists. I mean, there's like, what, 600 freaking videos on there?
We have 700 plus.
Oh, never mind.
Right now.
700 videos.
Yeah, and actually,
there's a library there.
There's a library. Now, honestly, if you guys just go to the channel and just go to our actual like page, I have each one of the playlists, or most of them, on the channel section, and then you can see up top and you can filter. There's a lot on there. There's a lot of content. Go watch it all. There's tons of stuff. There's stuff that me and Cam made 3, 4, 5 years ago that's still really good information. The quality might not be as good, but the information's there.
It's kind of funny to go back and watch some of those train wrecks. I mean, videos. It's awesome. No, and I don't know how to, Gavin, I don't know. I've never done that off the beach there, so I'm not really sure on that one. Like, at all. I see those guys, they seem like they're either plunking or casting big, heavier spinners. So, other than that, though, bring it all, go down there and see what's up. He's asking about fishing them off the beach.
Off which beach?
I'm imagining at the mouth.
Fishing
I think
what?
that's what he said. Salmon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they're off all the jetties and stuff and beaches, they're all pitching like 1 ounce spinners.
1 ounce spinners.
Big old spinners, big casts.
But those guys
masters.
plunking, are they plunking floating bait?
Yeah, they're floating bait.
A bobber and a...
Yeah, bobber bait, bobber and herring.
Okay. I can just see them out there. I'm like, they're plunking and casting. Yeah.
Giant rooster tails, 1 ounce rooster tails.
I want to know more about pitch and wiggle worts. You did a good job on that one. Yeah, I mean, Patrick, make sure they're tuned. Use the lightest line you possibly think you can with the lightest diameter, and make sure they're diving deep, getting down to them. They don't work with a dam unless they're in front of them.
Dude, I'm catching a salmon this weekend at Buoy 10 on a buzz bomb.
Hey, let's talk about this. Thank you for the super chat, Jamie Gray. Do you use the Guide Select Classics 15 to 30 heavy or the Classics 20 to 40 extra heavy at Buoy 10 for trolling? Let's talk about that, because I actually brought one of my favorite rods in for that. I prefer, so what I'm doing these days is I'm using a lot of the extra heavies, and kind of like what we talked about earlier with the cold water reels. Oops, sorry. Hey, distance, get away from me. With the cold water reels, like, you know, if you're ever gonna have the application where you're gonna use some heavy gear, you're gonna use like some 12 or 16 ounce leads, and you're gonna do some 360 fishing for kings in the Columbia. Like, you don't want to be underpowered. Honestly, the 15 to 30, just the standard heavy classics, will work for that. Up to about 16 ounces, really they do okay with 12. You know what I mean? Like 16's like pushing it. If you're gonna step into those 18s or 20s because you're fishing some heavy current, or you're going to add more lead, because honestly, the more lead you have, the more control over that depth you have. Run the extra heavies. Now, I do like the heavies during like the springer seasons on the Columbia, just when you're doing like more of the 4 to 5 to 6 ounce, you know, triangle and bait trolling. You're not going to be using those heavy gear. The heavies work great. So depending on what percentage of time you spend in each fishery, you know, choose a course.
Yeah, I called you a couple days ago and asked you if you used your 12 footers, and you said yes. So I was going to bring my two 12s, my two 10s, and then my two 9s, all extra heavies.
Yeah. In Buoy 10, I mean, and honestly, like, if you're one of those guys that fishes divers too, like, you know, divers, the extra heavies do perform really well. And this rod in particular happens to be the 962 XH. Sidecam. Yeah, the 962 XH. These are my back rods. I'm going to run these two. These are the 20 to 40 that she was talking about. And these are a great rod at Buoy 10. They're very versatile. They still have a light enough tip to where you're going to be able to use you know, where I will use bait for these. But I can also throw the 360s on there. What?
We need to get rid of that stupid camera.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade, boys. Well, you can't read it then. Anyways, go back to main cam. So yeah, this 962, it's a great rod. It's got some power. It still has a pretty soft, slow action tip, so you know you can use it for bait. Yeah, I've got it spooled up with some 65-pound line, and then of course I've got, like we talked about last week, one of the VIP line locks. I put a little colored bead there. You can go side cam if you want to see it. I think we talked about this though a couple weeks ago. That's my setup right there. honestly, I put that colored bead there so I can tell my client to reel that bead. You know, they could reel that bead, and then they know when they're there. You know what I mean? As far as yeah, get to that little red bead there, Susie. Okay, now lift.
Oh.
What?
That's good. I like that. I didn't think. I didn't
Just
know
a little
that's
color, a little target.
I didn't know that's why you did that.
And it protects the eyes too. Like, I don't think those line locks would damage the eyes, but like back when we were just using, you know, bead chain and sliders and swivels on the weights, just driving into that ceramic, you don't really want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, other than that, Cold Water Low Pro stainless, can't go wrong. And we got some new 8 carrier line we're kind of playing with as well, as always. So I like the color. Can't you tell? Like, look at that.
It's sick.
Look at that hat. Like, it just matches.
Hold your Legend 2.0 plug too.
Oh yeah.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm all about the orange. I like the orange.
Show them your orange.
I should just make my boat just bright orange.
How's that orange man?
I'll show you my underwear too if you want to see. Jeez. Yeah, go
Orange.
Go side cam on that. Even though the side cam sucks and they're not gonna be able to tell how bright and nice and pretty that is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Thank you so much, Big Chungus, for the super chat. Appreciate it. No comment with it, but sorry.
We missed one too.
Yeah.
The Kyle. Did we
So-
miss Kyle's super chat up top?
You guys didn't say. I pinned it.
Oh, okay. Well, Kyle, we appreciate it, and yes, that river that you mentioned is on our radar.
Jake.
We'll figure out making a trip up there, dude.
Now I'm gonna have a question
Jake,
for people.
yeah, Jake. Sorry.
Because I was really
Jeez.
bored in my garage.
Jeez.
And because I'm using a high vis line, I black out the top 6 feet, or the first 6 feet of the line with a Sharpie marker, just to dull it down. Let's ask the people out there. Do you think that may all you trollers out there? 'Cause we're gonna talk some tides and some strategy here in just a second, but what do you guys think about that? You can see I have high vis, you know, going up the rod. You probably can see that orange. And I black out those bottom 6-7 feet.
If you got a
think
UV
it's worth
flasher, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, you need UV line. Put UV line, yeah. 24, go fast. Oh, let's see here. Oh, where's the giveaway? You forgot about the other giveaway, bud.
It's right here. We just never announced it. I was letting you were dropping a bunch of knowledge. I was letting people get excited about it. Okay, guys, we're gonna give away a Dave's Tangle Free salmon pack. Shout out to Dave's Tangle Free. He's an awesome guy. He builds these things literally in his garage. He's just a local, small, guy. He's just trying to make a living, be in something that he loves, in fishing. So he sells these on Amazon if you guys want to get him. He is not one of our product partners or anything. He's just a buddy, and he sends us these things to give to you guys. So we're going to give away one of those, and then we're going to give away some Addicted Salmon Blend as well from Procure.
Yep, we'll be using that in 2 weeks.
So give us a thumbs up if you can. Thumbs up the video. Everyone, if you're on YouTube, just minimize the little live chat. Go over to that little thumbs up button and tap it. And then while you're there, hit the bell too.
And that's what Kevin Gray. That's exactly what Charles was talking about too. It's like, you know, they're going to be bothered by that 0.01 diameter line that's bright orange, but yet there's a giant UV flasher or chrome flasher that they're not bugged by with 50-pound titanium wire hooked up.
That's
to
what
it.
I'm
It's
saying.
Like,
yeah.
I hear it. But I was really bored. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing.
But would you black it out for steelhead?
I would block it out for salmon and everything. Like, I would do that.
Just why not?
Okay, and what
It
I want
doesn't
you,
hurt
so
you.
this is the question for this giveaway, guys. The question is you have to ask a question. Ask us a question about buoy 10. What do you want to know about Astoria salmon fishing? What do you want to know about fall
How many
salmon
of these guys
fishing?
from like BC are gonna be like, what is buoy 10?
If you don't have a question about buoy 10, ask a question about salmon in general, fall salmon, anything salmon
boy.
related. We just want to hear your questions, and then what we'll do is Cam will try to pick some of his favorites or some of the ones that we want to call out and use for talking points through the rest of the live feed. So what's your questions? We're going to randomly select someone to win this little prize pack here. We're going to give you guys a couple minutes to get those
Kevin,
dropped in.
It's kind of like, why not? Right? I mean, if you can, it probably, it's not one of those things that can hurt you, like, you know, but maybe help you. Yeah. Kind of, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's, if I see 100 people catching salmon and I'm not going to be like, it's my line.
Well,
My line sucks.
my theory is to
What'd you just
eliminate-
throw?
To eliminate
Super
every
big.
variable. That's
Jeez.
Super big.
Okay. You want me to do that on YouTube? But yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, pull it up real quick while people are asking their questions.
No more reading on there.
Cam's gonna read those guys, so just keep getting your questions in.
Ew, disgusting. Oh my man. Well, viewership just dropped like 200.
You just lost like 400 people.
All the female audience is gone. Instantly, poof, vanished.
So guys, like I was saying, this is like our actual channel page. So if you go to this page right here, you can see, you can access a lot of our playlists from right here, and then click to scroll back up to the top. And so you see right there, you have like a little navigation bar at the top when you go to our actual channel page. So click on like videos, Clint. So there you have it. It's going to show all of our videos, and then you can see as well, like if you click on playlist, Clint, it's going to have every single one of our playlists that we've built out for you guys. And you can see some of these playlists. Oh, I guess it doesn't tell you how many videos are in each. Oh yeah, it does right there. So you can see like the how-to fishing tutorials. There's almost 300 videos in there, guys, of all sorts of videos we've made.
300, jeez.
Yeah. All right, Clint, scroll back up, and then go to. That's it, really. That's just posts that we make on YouTube. It's usually just sharing the videos. That's pretty much it. And you can see we broke 134,000 subscribers already, which is just insane. So, thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, Clint, that's good. I just wanted to show people that so they knew what I was talking about and figure out where they could access the playlist. And you should be able to do that from your phone or...
My comments, yeah. I just need to see my new ones there because there's probably a bunch of questions now I can't see. Come on, come on! Switch that over. Oh my god.
There's a lot of questions coming in.
Why is Clint drinking beer? That's the first one I read.
What?
He is not drinking.
Scroll left, Clint.
Cam, what side are you starting on? Washington or Oregon? Know where I'll be. Well, then I'm not going to tell you where I'll be. I don't know, man. Like, I got to get out there because I know the low is at like 4 something.
I'm pre-fishing it on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to pre-fish it.
Perfect.
So I'll let you know where they're at.
I think it's supposed to be foggy tomorrow, so actually it works out really well.
Yeah. Why don't they let us pre-fish it?
We're just catching and releasing, bud. Just gagging with an anchovy. Oh, we're gonna let this one go.
We could go out there and fish with no hooks.
Just like striking, just watch.
Yes, just to find where they're all at. Like, I got 25 bites in this one area. This must be where all the fish are.
I wonder if that's legal. Like, you just troll a super bait and a flasher just to go through it, just to watch the rod, like, boom! And you're like, I wonder if that's legal.
We should find out.
The definition of fishing is like rod, line, and hook. No hook.
I feel like we need to get out there tomorrow.
I feel like I might have to make a pass. Oh, that's good stuff.
I think somebody should try to hook one off the bridge.
Like off the bridge?
Let me get this back in here again.
Probably
so don't forget, guys, we want you to drop your questions in here. I think Cam has 0 written down right now.
I'm just kind of firing them here as they go. Well, Clint didn't have them up while he was doing the whole YouTube thing, so I don't want to hear it. It was all Clint.
Regardless, if you guys get your comments dropped in, what do you want to know about fall salmon fishing? Just get us your questions in, and specifically if you have questions about buoy 10, we'd love to answer those for you. But if you're not from that area or you don't even know what that is, just ask your fall salmon fishing questions. Get those in there. We're going to randomly select someone to win some Addicted Salmon Blend and some Dave's Tangle Free.
A couple of people are saying, oh, it's legal, but I'd imagine you would probably get a talking to. Because I guarantee if I go out in my 26-foot boat and I got salmon rods thumping on the side, I'm getting called in, like, instantly. Cam, what is your personal best king? A 44. My best guided king was a 48. And that was 1 year about probably 10 or 12 years ago when we had just a lot of very big kings on the Columbia River, of all things. So, and I got them literally 2 days apart. But yeah, that's my favorite answer to that one. I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I've never broke the 5.0.
Favorite way to catch coho besides twitching jigs? I really like to catch them on spoons. What about you?
I'm still like a bobber guy.
Bobber guy, yeah.
Like
that's Jordan.
Float string.
Usually when me and Jordan are floating together, I'm always fishing a spoon, and he's always fishing a bobber rod for coho. He loves that too.
When is the Brad's new product coming out? Daryl, thank you so much for the super chat. Soon. You know, like everything that, gets brought out by our partners, us, it's got to go through its motions, and we probably let that one out of the bag a little early. It's coming. It's just a matter of going through a couple more design changes, making sure like the plastics won't break, making sure they're tough, making sure hinges are good, but it's a banger. It's a good lure. put some time on it out in the ocean Coho season this
There's
year.
a good question, Cam, and
awesome.
it leads right into where you wanted to talk. Look at Kevin Gray's. Pin it.
Pin it, bro.
Kevin Gray's
I
comment
don't see
right
it.
there.
What is it? Oh, what are the best dates you see for kings in this short buoy 10 season? Maybe better phrased as best tides.
Kevin, I think we need to get you and Clint in the boxing ring, dude. He's got an issue with you. He just every time he just wants to
Clint's
talk.
got an
trash.
issue with everybody.
It's not about
You know,
Kevin.
Clint, just shut
I
up.
want all the people there when it's good.
You know, Clint, just shut up. You know what? But here's the thing.
I want to go on.
A lot of guys will take the softest ebb tide after a bigger incoming tide and call that like the best bathtub tide. But I've seen sometimes those like bigger incomings and like those outgoings that are like 4, 5, and 6 actually do better than like the 3 and 4 foot outgoings. Because like you don't want to fish like a big ebb, right, Kevin? Like I don't know, like, and we've seen it like, you know, we're coming off those big ebbs and it's, you know, 6, 7, 8 feet, and then it's getting down to that, you know, 4, 5, 6 feet, and then we're just ripping them, and then it gets almost too soft where it just lakes out and there's not much current, and for whatever reason, maybe it doesn't push the fish down to where we think they are, or it scatters them or something. But I'm gonna pull up the tide table here right now, and if I could give you one day on my prediction, but I want to hear yours. I know you got the tide book in front of you.
Yeah, let's
If I had to pick one day to fish,
Before you say yours, I want to hear all the guys because I know we have some
we
experienced
got some
anglers.
good, we got some bangers.
We
in
got
there.
some really good fishermen that are watching
And let's
us
base
tonight.
it off. Yeah, well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we got some really good fishermen that are watching us tonight and women. So let us know what if you had to pick one day to be in Astoria fishing for salmon this year. Say you only had one day you could go. What is that day going to be? And then Cam's going to tell you what he thinks his is.
Yeah,
Do
and
you
like
think
I said,
everyone knows when you say ebb and or flow what that is versus
Probably not. No, probably not.
So I would say
Dude, I saw that comment. When did the addicted products get into Walmart? To be perfectly honest with you, dude, I did not know that they were there yet. But I knew it was coming, so that's really awesome that you saw them in there. What store did you see them in,
wait
man?
till you see him in the next retailer.
Yeah. There is some. A bunch of our addicted jigs are in Walmart, so they brought in a lot of our products. So shout out to Walmart. We're stoked about that. But yeah, Walmart brought in a bunch of our addicted must-add stuff. So thank you, Walmart. We appreciate it.
See, there's like 2 ranges of tides that are going to just be. Now, let's be honest. We're starting on the 14th. I think we're going to be.
There's some
Whoop-
dates coming in. The
whooping
22nd. The 22nd.
Oh, 27. Everyone's saying 22nd. So let me go back to 22nd. 22nd.
The 28th. The 26th.
22nd?
Third week in August.
I would not say the 23rd.
The 23rd.
I mean, Sunday the 23rd. Am I reading this right? Because the Sunday. Okay, let's just talk
Whoa,
about this.
whoa,
'Cause
whoa,
Sunday the
just
23rd
hold up. Let's
no,
not-
I'm gonna answer that question. I'm just gonna ask because
He says
September 23rd. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, because the 23rd of August.
Well, one guy just said 23rd. Yeah.
A lot of people are saying the third week.
Well, I mean, I understand the 3rd week, but like, if you had to pick one day, like if you give me one day, the 23rd, just for reference and just to make sure we're getting on the same page here, the high is 5:03 a.m. and it's a 7-foot outgoing with a low at 11.
That's where the discrepancy is.
It's a pretty big outgoing. Like 7 foot's not bad. It's not like I mean, you know, certain areas will grass up and get kind of shitty, but I don't know if I'd pick that day as my one. Are we gonna catch fish every day of the season? You bet your ass we are. Well, hopefully if they're there. But you know what I mean. Like you can catch them all tides. I mean, it's not. So I can't be picky this year. I'm limited to 2 weekends and 2 Fridays. Yeah. Well, I'm just asking. I mean, we brought up the discussion, so. These guys calling the 23rd are only fishing weekends. Yeah,
The 14th. My mom's B-Day.
now 14th, let's talk about the 14th. I'm doing Astoria Port Docs on Tide.net. The 14th,
Tide.net,
yeah,
Clint.
the 14th. That's a little more, I think, in our alley. You know, we have a high. We have a high that's 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's a moderate incoming. It's only going to be going from about a half a foot to about 5.2 feet. But then the outgoing's only a 2-footer, and the low's at 414. It's going to be a bathtub. I mean, that tide's going to push in a little bit. Oh, there we go. Can they see that right now?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like when you're looking, now they can't see your cursor, huh?
No, but I might just keep going. I might be able to.
Yeah. So, no, it's no big deal.
If they can't, Clint, we need to ask that company how we can get that implemented.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to highlight later on. The 17th, 25th, my birthday.
Okay, I think we got enough guesses in. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
I mean, it's tough because honestly, like,
Clint, while Cam's doing that, let's pick a winner because we totally forgot to pick a winner for this. We got to pick a winner.
so for length of time too, of optimal tides during the daylight too. Like that's another thing to think about. Like if I wanted the widest range of tides, I would have to say I'm gonna pick on the waning side of the ebb. I'm gonna pick. See, it's a toss-up. I would pick either Tuesday the 25th or Sunday the 16th. Because sometimes, like I said, I think those ebbs get almost too small and it lakes out. But then that's when the 360 fishing gets better. Better. No
So
better.
they should be able to see my cursor.
Okay. So that's me. I mean, that's my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts here? Pinks are not running this year, I heard. I like the heavy outgoing for Coho. They stack behind structure close to shore. Oh, yeah. Heavy incoming, too. For Chinook and shallow water, yeah, when they get blasted up on the sand. See, and I like that, too, Doug. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we got, like, a good, those first 3 days and the last 3 days, we got, like, moderate 6-7 foot incomings. And then when we get into that period of like the 19th, 20th, 21st, we have those monster incomings. I think they're a little later on in the day. I don't know, was I right about that? Yeah, more like the 18th, 19th, and 20th and 21st.
What's the tide
those are the
doing
ones that are gonna shove
first thing in the morning on the 14th?
There's your winner.
Ooh, it's like a
Mr. Brian, how do you pronounce that, Clint? Ryle?
real?
Bryant Ryle, you won yourself some Dave's Tangle Free and some Addicted Salmon Blend.
Yeah.
Brian Ryle, shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing. Make sure you include your name, your shipping address, and exactly what you want, and we'll get it shipped out to you, man. We appreciate it.
Guys liking the heavy incoming. Yeah, those lakes equal good 360. Yeah, slack tide fishing for sure. Yeah, so Friday, the low. Sorry, but I'm doing Astoria port docs too before somebody chews me out like you're off an hour or whatever. The low is at 4:46 a.m. So you give it an hour, like it should be like pushing in at light, 5:30, 5:45. So it's just a matter of how far do you think those fish washed back down on that outgoing tide during the dark? Like where do you think they ended up? And depending on where people guessed that morning, I'll probably definitely start down the lower parts of the river, but shut up. We're not even going there. No. And then, but, it's kind of what's fun about that first day, though, is because, we have that high tide at 11 o'clock, and then it's just going to kind of, like, slack out. I think whatever gets shoved in back up into the river is just going to be sitting there for, like, 3 or 4 hours after 11 o'clock. And you got a high slack at 11. Like, it's going to be savage. I think that opener, and then on top of that, too, let's be honest, like, those fish haven't seen a bait in a month. Like, out in the ocean or in the river. So,
Ooh, it's gonna get bloody.
yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
get
checkerboard, you might find me farting around down there a little bit, looking around.
I'm going
Yeah.
to
Where are you going to start Friday morning? Or do you make the call on that?
probably won't be able to make the call because it's not my boat. I probably could if I wanted to be an asshole. I could be like, no. I talked to Cam, Pop Off, and all these professional guides, and they said go here, so this is where we're going. But I'm not going to do that.
Cam, how much fuel a day do you use at buoy 10? 5 to 6 gallons. Depends on how quick the morning is. Not too much. I ran all the way down to freaking Tillamook Head. It was like 24 miles south, and then out from Hammond, and I burned like 17 gallons all day.
That's so
That
cool.
motor is incredible. With me and 6 guys.
Do you agree with people using WD-40?
I mean, from a legality standpoint, you always hear it's like, oh, it's illegal.
Prove it. Show me
It's-
the law.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you hear about it. I don't know. So I'm not going to
I don't think it's going to do. You're talking about such a limited amount of that. Like, for WD-40 to hurt our environment or anything that's going on, you would have to pour the whole bottle in the water. Like,
But
it's
even
not-
then, like, I mean, how much wax and, like, polishes and stuff.
Two-stroke motors.
Two-stroke motors.
Yeah, WD.
I
I don't think WD-40
But
is hurting
the
anything.
legality of it, I'm not sure.
What we need
I'm not-
to do.
I'm not that big of a fan.
What we need to do is come out with a Procure scent and call it WD.
WD-40.
Yes, dude.
Why don't we get Steve on that? He probably could figure it out too.
Procure, if you're watching,
Yeah, we need a
The
WD-40.
addicted WD-40 scent is
what
coming
would that
out
be?
soon.
So what would that be? Would that be like an imitation WD-40?
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Imitation.
we have to come up with our own name. Like,
the WD-41. WD-04. The DW-40.
yeah,
the
the
DW-40.
No, we should call it the D-Dub-41 just because it's like
Dub 40. Just call it Dub 40. There we go. Oh.
Hey Jake, thanks so much for tuning in, man. We appreciate
Don't
it.
tell Clint what to do.
Clint, don't take their shit. Thanks, Jake. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for the super chat.
What kind of boat are you getting, Marlin?
I am getting a 21-foot Alumaweld Columbia with a 150 Mercury.
Just put
I'm
Procure
super
there.
excited about it,
Kevin, I like it.
but it's going to be a long time, so I'm sad about that.
Yeah, now it's synthetic and worthless. Yeah, Josh, I've heard that a lot, but there's still a lot of guys who still use it, and they, swear by it, so. Yeah.
80X40.
The
Perfect.
80X40.
Yes. Heath just came up with it. We're gonna have to give him.
Let's just put it out like untested. Just throw it out there.
We're gonna have to give him a. You don't need to test it. If you get it smelling just like WD, it's perfect. It's dialed.
The fish
WD's
won't care.
proven.
The fish won't know difference. They only can smell parts per million or whatever, right? Yeah.
Heath's gonna get a week's supply for free because he came up with the name.
Hi, awesome boy, 64. There you go. You guys need flat bill pop-pop hats. No, I tried that in the last episode. I don't think it worked very well.
I just gave Jordan all those flat bills.
Oh,
He was
perfect.
trying them all on.
Perfect. What else? Let's all talk about Buoy 10. Shoot, we are like less than 48 hours from the Super Bowl of salmon fishing in the lower 48. And that's the only way to put it.
I'm excited.
I mean, the freaking Super Bowl.
And
it was
dude,
so nice out there. Oh, didn't mean to cut you off, but dude, there was like, we're out there fishing, we're out there going out in the ocean. There's like whales like just working bait over right off the jetties. Like, I mean,
Hey, Alex,
birds just going
we are
back.
going to be out there Friday filming. So if you guys see us, make sure you wave. We'll come fly the drone over to your boat and put you in the episode.
There you go. Not my boat.
If you see
Not
us,
my boat. You have to look.
do you remember last time when Sean flew the drone really close to you when you were out there? We're doing it again this year too. I'm gonna
I'm just gonna knock it right down.
when you have a fish on, I'm gonna have Sean fly through and chop the line off.
It won't matter. There's gonna be so many fish.
Seriously though, if you guys see us down there, make sure you say hi. I am gonna have a little stack of ban cormorant stickers. So if you guys want free, Clint's looking at me like, seriously, Marlon? If you guys want free ban cormorant stickers, I will have a few. You may not get to me in time to get them, but I will have them. So if you see me, make sure you say hi. Make sure you wave. I'm not telling you what boat I'm on though, so you're just gonna have to
It's
try to find
gray.
it. It is gray. There's a lot of gray boats though. It has an
like gray
addicted
boat.
sticker on it,
A white addicted.
and it has a Yamaha. There you go.
Open sled.
Find me.
No windshield.
Find me.
Buoy 10. We'll be fishing Buoy 10 on my birthday, August 23rd. See you boys there. Marlon, how big is the trailer for the Alumaweld?
I'm not sure how big a 21 is. I'm assuming what's most trailers.
I mean, I'd assume it's going to add,
it's dual axle. I know that.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 3 feet maybe. That's it for the bow. I'm not sure, but call Stevens Marine. They'll be happy to tell you.
Yes, make sure you call Stevens. Yeah, we talked to them again last week and a half ago, and they said if you guys have any questions, make sure you're calling, emailing, whatever. Flood them with as many inquiries as you want, and tell them that Addicted sent you.
Yep. And they'll be more than happy to answer them. And Nate, no, I don't have any seats right now. Completely, we are full. But I mean, honestly, like this day and age, though, stuff happens fast, and if someone gets sick or something,
Oh, yeah.
people can't. I mean, so just keep in touch. If I do, I'll post them up. But right now, we are set to roll. We are set to murk a bunch of salmon. But after September 8th, like into the later part, Columbia, like we'll still have. That's the other thing. A lot of people really get hung up on buoy 10, and it's like it's just the opening volley. I mean, like we catch Chinook all the way till Thanksgiving. Like, and if people think, oh, I missed buoy 10, you're gonna miss the fishery. It's like, no, you just missed the first like 2 weeks of a 12-week, almost probably closer to 14, 16-week season.
Yep.
At least for us around here. So lots of opportunity to catch a lot of fish in a lot of different ways too.
It's only going to get better.
Yep.
Joshua Huber, send us an email, dude. Orders@addicted.fishing. Just put in the email that Marlon told you to email, and I'll get you hooked up, man.
Does your drone carry extra bait? Wouldn't that be cool? Just bait delivery.
Bait
system.
deliveries. No, we need to get a different drone.
That would be
I
fun,
want to
though.
get one of the Platinum Pros so we can fly like 10 miles away.
COVID cam.
Yes,
all the
bow
cancellations.
picker for
No,
lunch.
No.
Oh, I want bow picker so bad. How
Dude,
I missed
the line today, I left, and
Wasn't
it
this
was,
ridiculous?
I was like, no freaking way. But I'll tell you what, there's this little like...
I'll wait in it for
there's
an
this,
hour.
like,
I've waited
taco
in an
truck.
hour.
There's this little taco truck by the Dutch
Great.
Brothers.
Now this is going to have a line.
And, dude, I'm going to throw the guy out there. Man, he makes a killer carne asada burrito. It's good.
The taco truck by where?
By Dutch Brothers.
In Astoria.
It's kind of on the east end. Those guys got my burrito there today. And then I drove by Pat Picker, and it was like 50 people. I'm like, nope.
Do you have seats on Labor Day, Cam?
I do. Ooh, you know what?
You better not, dude. I thought we were making that a tradition.
Huh? Well, Labor Day it's closed.
The Labor Day episode.
Labor Day is actually it closed. That day is closed.
Then we need to do something different on that day.
But the Sunday, I may. Well, no, we can. We can just go upriver. I'll block it for you. Which we should do that though. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do a repeat episode. I do on the 6th. Just a couple though. Let me know. Anyways. Let's see here.
Just reading some questions. What else? I feel like we need to cover some more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people didn't want to talk tides and buoy tens. So that's good.
Didn't you answer the question? Did you
I thought
say
I
your
did.
day?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Or the type of day, but like I said, I mean, the other thing about buoy 10 is you just got to be there. And I did see a couple of comments like, "Oh, it's only a one fish limit." Well, like the reality is, it's pretty much always been a one Chinook limit, like for the last a lot of years. Coho's always been a kind of up and down thing down there, and this year with the Coho run, I honestly do think we have a lot of Coho. I mean, we had a really good clip rate early in the season. I know within the forecast, they're really predicting a lot of A runners. They're not really predicting a lot of B runners. So the Coho that are there now and that are moving through the system now, I think is going to be your forecasted big shot. But I think that honestly the states have a lot of cold feet over last year because some of the guides on the
Watch just some freaking
a lot of
mega load shows up.
There's some guides that were in the committee meeting last week talking about how like the silver fishing like up north was just as good as that one big year and leaps and bounds better than last year. Which, for what it's worth.
Interesting.
So, but they're on
Dude,
the
I'm
water.
telling
They
you
know
that all those Coho last year, they stayed out. They said, you know what? Let's just throw these anglers for a loop. We're gonna just chill in the ocean this year. They stayed out there for an extra year.
Cool. All our beam hours gonna be 26 pounds.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be weird if they did? Awesome if they did. I don't know if they do that though. I don't think Coho do that. Cameron, what's your favorite slack tide, morning or night? My favorite slack tide is a high slack, whenever it is.
Dude, there's been a lot of times too, though, Cam, where
It's tidal. It's not a morning thing.
there's been a lot of times where we've like talked about tides and we've been like, this will be the best time, and then we'll go out like 2 hours later trying to time a tide, and the 2 hours that we weren't out there, people just beat fish up.
There is something to be said for being there when the fish are there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes when those tides are, sometimes they get a little too slack. It just turns into a bathtub.
Yeah.
Like too much of a bathtub. And so
I'm gonna be out there
before the slack, like when it's slowing
Yeah.
down. And a lot of
I'm gonna be out there
let's be
morning.
honest-
I'm gonna be out there
let's-
till we limit. Period.
Right. And let's be honest, the fish never disappear.
just got to find them.
They got to find them, and sometimes they go to the bottom, sometimes they come off the bottom, sometimes they wash out to the river. I mean,
Sometimes they go into some weird channels.
Sometimes they go in weird channels. The tide's burning hard. Sometimes they go behind islands. Sometimes they go behind wing dams. Sometimes they go into the back eddies. Sometimes they don't just vanish. Sometimes they spread out. It just gets chippy. Like you're not just going to full throttle, but they don't disappear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? What's your favorite leader length to run on your spinners behind a short bus?
24, go fast.
Exactly.
That's right. No.
24, go fast, Tyler.
Short bus. Honestly, what's your favorite leader length? I like a 28 to a 30. Some days shorter, some days smaller. But that always kind of puts you in the ballpark.
See, Harold.
Some guys like a little shorter, a little longer.
This is a good question. This is a good segue. Something we can talk about. If I have a 14-foot Gregor,
Oh God, no.
can I go fish buoy 10?
Yes, you can.
So he
Full
says
send
any
every
flat
day.
bottom style boats at buoy 10. So I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit on
Dude,
what
you know what?
you can,
This is the
what's
question.
safe down there.
This is the question that we get where it pertains to the ocean.
Every year.
I've got a 20-foot boat. Can I cross the Columbia River bar? Well, yeah, you probably can on the right day. Yeah, you probably can go out there and fish in a freaking dinghy on the right day. There's guys that go out there and kayak fish buoy 10. I mean, when you're talking buoy 10, first thing, you're not necessarily talking buoy 10 proper, like the line. You know, when we talk buoy 10, it's 10 miles, 12 miles up from the ocean. So, you need to before you go with a small boat, you need to understand, your launch. You need to understand, prevailing winds and tide and what that's going to do to the water. Because that's one thing that fishery is really known to catch people in is, the wind's going one way and it's going with the tide, but then the tide switches and then, boom, you've got big water. And if your boat can't handle it, I remember about 2 years ago, we were fishing blind channels. I'll tell the story. And for whatever reason, we had a big storm blowing. We had a big east wind. It was a big east wind, and that's right. It was very unfamiliar. We usually don't get that down there, and we had a big incoming tide. And usually, for us down there, we have a northwest wind and the outgoing tide. That's what whips it up, because you got west wind coming in, the outgoing tide, boom. But it was completely opposite that morning. 2 boats sank in blind channel that morning. Coast Guard was out, and it was rowdy, in blind channel. Where usually blind channel is a little protected from the kind of prevailing run-of-the-mill northwest wind that we have in the afternoons. But everyone charged out there in the morning, and that east wind was blowing. But then that tide switched. It was flowing in heavy. It was a big incoming tide, and it made it just as shitty as some of the bigger outgoings with a big west wind. It surprised a lot of people. 2 boats sank that day, that morning. It was disgusting. So, you need to have an understanding of the wind, what can come, what the tide change is going to do before you play that. And then obviously, the smaller, I'll just say the smaller, less equipped vessels versus the ones that could take the bigger water, you got to play those cards differently. And that's why it's such a weird, variable question. But, if you're unfamiliar with the fishery and you're going to go charging down there, in a 14-foot, 16-foot boat, I'll say it again, go with a guide, go with somebody experienced, or maybe just go and just kind of don't have that understanding. The biggest trap that people get caught down there is they launch from some of those lower launches like Chinook, Ilwaco, Hammond, Skipanon. They'll launch, they'll hear, oh, good bite above the bridge. We got to go above the bridge. And they charge up above the bridge while outgoing tide shifts. Northwest wind starts, and now they've got to go 5 miles into just the crap. So you don't, like I said, so you just got to understand, it's one of the best, biggest, right? Clint's smiling. Did that happen to you?
Oh, dude, I've been out there in a 24-foot North River windshield.
Yeah.
And it
Just gets rowdy.
Your kidneys are bleeding when you get back in.
Bleeding kidneys. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, like I said, it's just you got to really be... you got to really be cognizant of what's going to happen when that tide change happens, what the weather forecast, because generally we get a northwest wind or a south wind if we have a front coming through.
And usually by noon, it's getting sloppy out there.
Yeah, I mean, a safe bet would be, I mean, on a standard weather, like so. Let's talk about this weekend. We've got some heat coming in the valley, and we got some more milder temperatures. I'm just gonna probably expect that there's gonna be some pretty strong northwest winds coming in on the next to that Friday, Saturday, Sunday afternoon, maybe even a Monday. I'm gonna look here real fast.
God,
What?
I hate that. Why don't I have my Columbia? It's so annoying.
Yeah, or just get an Illumel Columbia and say screw it all, fish whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
Just kidding. Hold on a second, guys.
Bring your rain gear. Do not forget rain gear.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, bring your rain gear for sure. Cause
Always.
the last thing you want is to be heading back in the afternoon and you've had such
Yeah,
an amazing
and
day.
like
next
right
thing you know,
here-
you're soaked.
Right here on the Windy app, like it is just going to be clockwork. Friday at 11 a.m. at 8 a.m. it's going to be a 7.6 sustained north wind, but then by 2 and 5 o'clock it turns to 18 and 19 gusting to 23, 26. That's on Friday. Saturday, same thing. Morning a little windier, 9.2 at 8 a.m. At 2, 5, and 8, it's in the upper teens and low 20s
It's gonna
again.
be terrible.
And then gusting to 27, 24. Like, you can kind of get the idea. Sunday, we got a complete switch. And see, Sunday is going to be these are forecasts, boys. Sunday it does a complete flip, and we got a south wind. Ooh, Sunday might be quite ugly, actually. Ew. South wind at 8 a.m. blowing 15 to 21, and this is all in Clatsop Spit too. I guess I can look at Astoria for you guys, and that's the other thing too.
That's always freaking higher.
Right, absolutely. But then you also have to think too, like, where are you going to launch? Like, if you have a big south
That's
wind,
the big thing.
Where do you want to launch?
That's the big thing.
Do you want to launch on the Oregon side or the Washington side? Which
Don't want to launch at freaking Hammond, I can tell you that.
on the south wind? No, you'd want to launch.
No, yes.
yeah.
On the south wind, you would want to launch
Yeah, on
there.
the south wind, if you got a smaller boat, I'll tell you, stick maybe to the Oregon side, just because that you got to think that wind's got to come up over the land,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then it's got to build across the river, right? Same thing with the northwest wind or north wind. It's going to build going up the river, build going from north to south, and so you might want to, if you have a smaller boat, you might want to think about that. I mean, we want people to be safe, so that's my suggestion. Take it for what it's worth. Yeah. Can you take a drift boat down to Buoyton?
I see him every year.
See them every year, and there's
Again, it's just like pick
what
your.
I just said. It's,
Yeah.
It
If you understand how it is down there and how to,
and if you
even then though, I still wouldn't do it. I don't
right,
care.
but even if you do,
Like,
and
I
even
just-
but even if you do understand or don't understand, stay close to the ramp. Don't chase the bite. You gotta kind of don't walk before you run down there, because you'll get caught and you'll get slapped, and and you'll be like, damn, that sucked. I won't do that again. This weekend for Oregon, it is free fishing weekend. Is it really?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Talk about a perfect storm.
No.
Man, that's
That's the thing that sucks too, is when you have a bunch of wind down there and then you mix it with all the boats running up and down the freaking river. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
I'm planning
That too.
on getting out there and getting my fish early.
Oh, yeah, see, like Astoria itself, like Astoria proper, it's actually supposed to be pretty chill. Like I said, just slightly inland. Even on Sunday. Yeah, that's weird that Clatsop's calling for such a, and then this weekend's looking pretty. I mean, standard. Actually,
But you're almost
frick,
at your
Astoria
clock
looks
fight.
really good. But even when it says this is probably more dangerous than
Yeah.
saying no wind, because that damn northwest wind is coming. With it being 100 degrees in Portland,
It's coming.
I think it's gonna rip. So
What a good weekend to be at the beach.
I know.
Man. I'm thinking about bringing my little pond hopper and only fishing Astoria like one day and then like going bass fishing the next. I'm bringing it for sure, just so I can fish in the afternoons.
One fish limit, right?
yeah, one
Wasn't
fish
that
limit.
question a bunch?
Oh, most Oregonians don't know about this weekend. Well, I mean, they're doing their due diligence to talk about that, but the free fishing weekend. Friday looks awesome. Yeah, John Day launch for that drift boat. John Day. Yeah, but even then, that's like a kind of a long haul out to the river. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, you know, and that's the other thing. Kind of learn your area too. You know, don't chase that phone bite too much. Yeah.
Whatever. I chase the phone bite all over. You know
Not
how many
in a
times
trip
it's
boat.
paid?
Like I'm saying, don't
Oh.
like or in a kayak or in a small boat. You probably don't want to be like 10 miles from your ramp when that tide changes and that wind comes up. That's all I'm saying.
Jordan and his raft.
Yeah.
Down, honestly, guys, down there, talking about phone bites, though, down in Astoria, I've seen, that is one place I have seen, like, phone bites work down there. If someone calls you and says, I'm smashing, come now, it's worked a lot for me, especially down there. Yes, it does. You do it. This guy's shaking his head, but these guides, that's what they do all day down there. You know, that's why do you think these guys catch fish? Because they have this little network. They have like 30 of them. They all call each other like, "Hey, over here off the church, over here off the right above the Oregon side, right above the
asshole, we text. So let's just
okay."
we have a big text string.
Don't let these guys fool you.
Second off, know your source.
And make
But
more
third off,
friends.
because
Okay, well,
sometimes
yeah,
because you'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, "Dude, they're killing him over here."
You
oh my
definitely
God."
gotta know
and
your
then you're
source.
like, well, how many did you see? He's like, "Oh, we just saw 3 in the last half hour." Like, well, how many boats are there? Like 40. It's like,
You're not killing it. Okay.
Like, that is not
that
the
makes
definition of
sense.
killing it.
That makes sense.
but
If
lot of
someone
times,
calls
though-
you and says it's wide, perfect example. There was a channel one time that these fish were in, and they were all in this channel. And someone called me and said, "Dude, get here right now. It has been going off for 20 minutes. Like people are smashing." And I ran all the way from above the bridge, all the way to the lower part of the river. And by the time I got there, it didn't matter, did it, Charles? We still absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah, that's because they found.
And I get in
know
there,
exactly what
and
he's talking about.
You
now.
called me or something, I think.
He drove by.
But-
and he was like,
Oh yeah, I drove by you and you were like, "Ugh." Anyway, next thing I know, dude, we're in this little channel and there's probably like 4 boats. It was like me, Cameron, like a few other people.
It was so
The
amazing.
next thing I know, dude, every
It was-
guide I had
Dude.
ever met in my life, it was like, here comes this guy, here comes this guy, here comes this
Dude,
guy.
And what's so disgusting about that is like, and then the next 3 days, like you would drive down the whole river, and then everybody was in the channel, and like,
Yeah.
but when we started it, it was me,
And there was, like, no
you,
one.
and TJ, and
Yeah.
maybe like one local.
Yeah.
And then, dude, you're right. It was like the river must be struggling today because now I mean, dude, it was ridiculous. I left.
was
I left.
crazy?
I called Josh in, and Josh came in there, and he did one pass and left. He's like, screw
What
this,
was
dude.
crazy was how many people were going out by us, watching us net fish, and just drove by us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just kept going. I'm like, oh, there's so
Yeah, I'm like, if I
were
were to drive by and I'd see like 8 fish on it, I'd be like, I might drop my shit right here.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
you know, I mean, the best fish finder is another angler holding his net up, another guide holding his net up.
Yeah.
Everybody, I got a fish on.
Yeah.
Everyone see
Yeah.
me? Everyone, you see this over here?
Everybody
Wave.
has fish on.
If you see me, okay, cool. Yeah, no, you got to do that. That's booty 10. But the other thing I was gonna say before I did it, if you're like over here, the guys are over here, and the tide like backs, especially on like the bigger tide, and the tide starts to back down here, and you know there's fish kind of under, you're marking them, they're not really playing nice. You know, these guys start ripping them here, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna bail, and then you bail over there, and the time that you're running around, your bait's not in the water, and that could be like that kind of that window, especially on the heavier tides, when that soft window is kind of when you need to capitalize on, and instead of fishing it, you spent your time running 20 minutes there to only hear your buddies back there rip them.
Yeah.
It can get a little bit like that, where you're just kind of chasing your tail.
Yeah.
I've had that.
Oh, I've had those days
Everyone's
too.
had that. Let's be
I've had
honest.
those days
there
too.
ain't a person
Man,
on
there's
here
been
who's fish buoy tens in that.
So
But
many times down there where I
just
go on
something that,
call
you
and
know,
get here
have a
now,
little
I get there and
confidence.
drop in.
have a little confidence in your pattern. Have a little confidence in what you've seen the day before. Have a little confidence in your electronics.
And build a solid network.
And build a solid network. I ain't
Well,
gonna lie. The couple guys I was fishing with today were like, okay, where are you gonna start in the morning? I don't think I'm gonna go here.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna be a little bit above you. I think I'm about a mile above you. Like, oh, it won't take long. We'll find them.
Exactly. Exactly. What up, Northwest Fishing Secrets? What up, Life? Hey, dude, didn't you put out a video tonight? Weren't you putting out a video tonight, dude? I saw on your Instagram story you were putting out a video. If you guys don't know who Northwest Fishing Secrets is, there he is right there. I highly recommend you go subscribe to his channel. He's actually coming down next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. He's coming down here. We're going to go film some videos together. Should be fun. Who?
Be patient and stay with it. Yeah. And there's a lot of times too when things are really slow. Oh, that's the last thing I should say. And this is the big one. This is like the biggest one. You'll be in a fleet of boats and there'll be some fish caught. And you will go through and there'll be 100 rods fishing with you and you won't even see like a fish caught for like an hour. And yet you'll just see boats just dumping in. And just coming out of woodworks just to go in there. And there's nothing going on. The last thing you want to do is jump in where there's 300 rods fishing and not catching crap.
Exactly.
And I see that all the time. Like when I start to see that, if there's that many rods, I just assume there's probably a couple good sticks in there that know what they're doing. And it's like, yeah, this ain't happening. That's when I'll start going off and just being like, oh, this side of this channel looks good. And start going off on your own and start kind of poking around a little bit too. Just because you see the fleet doesn't mean the fleet's on the fish. So just something to keep in mind.
That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's 8 o'clock. It's usually about the time we kind of get things ended here. Maybe we'll give away one last little thing.
Let's do it.
You got a good question we can end it with, Cam? Start thinking.
I don't know.
Start thinking of a good
How many people on this live feed, if you're going to Buoy 10, say yes at some point in time, or say no if you're not going, and we'll pick it. It doesn't matter if you are or not, but yes or no, that's the question. Let's just see how many of these guys. We'll see you guys all down at Buoy 10 this week. Next 2 weeks.
And we are going to, whoever we randomly select is going to win a Tough Line. This is the Richardson 112, nice Tough Line hat, and then a little beer koozie from Minn Kota. Shout out to Minn Kota.
A soda pop koozie.
Soda pop, beer, whiskey,
I'm just
wine.
curious. Yes,
Whatever you want to put in
no. Oh boy, there's a lot of yeses.
I got to go freaking play with my dog so he doesn't keep me up all damn night.
A lot of yeses. Oh, a few no's there. Okay.
He's going to be so annoying tonight.
Yeah.
He's been crated up all day.
It's still like 80% yes. Well, maybe it's probably like 70% yes now. No, never. Too many people. Why is there so many people at Buoy 10, Marlon?
There's a million fish.
Because there's a lot of fish.
We were talking about the all the people being in that channel and stuff fishing, and like I enjoy it. I love it. I think it's fun. It's like this party atmosphere. Yeah, there's guys that are beginners and new, and you see mistakes happen and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like it's fun. It's like where else can you go where you see everyone happy and everyone catching fish?
Where are you gonna go where some days you can?
That's what I've figured out.
100 fish get netted and whacked.
Exactly. It's so much fun, and that's why I think there's so much animosity and like hate during the winter steelhead season, because there's so many of these morons out there that just don't catch very many fish, and they're grumpy and they're mad and they're like hitting on. They're like it's just you see it during the winter steelhead season. It's like this constant fighting of people.
Yeah, the guys that catch them a lot are generally not the ones that are bitching about the other anglers.
No, the guys that are catching a lot of steelhead aren't even talking.
Generally, yeah. They're not complaining because they're catching a lot of steelhead. Yeah. They're not crying because someone's gonna do.
And I'm not saying everyone out there's like that, because I know there's a lot of new anglers that aren't. They're happy to be out on the water and be fishing. But man, you see a lot of just disgruntled dudes that time of year, and this time of year you don't, because there's a lot of fish usually, and people are catching fish, and it's fun.
There's a fair share down there, but I mean, the thing is, like, if fishing was always like Buoy 10, like I said on that same discussion, I'd quit. Because, like, I would not be able to do that for 52 weeks out of the year. I'd put a bolt
That's
on
true.
the bottom of my boat, sink it, and be done. But for a couple weeks, knowing what it is, seeing a lot of fish caught, there's never a dull moment. And if it is a dull moment, like if you are out there and you are struggling, and you're not seeing many fish caught, that's the time to realize it's 40 square miles and time to explore, try different things. I've had so many just like out of the blue aha moments where like you're trying something in your routine at work the day before, there's nothing going on, you're not seeing anything, you pull like a power move somewhere, you drop in, you freaking light them on fire.
You switch from triangles to 360s, and then all of a sudden catch 5 fish in an hour.
There's no one around you for like a quarter mile. Like if it's gonna happen, it can happen down there. But like I said, I guess it is what you make it.
Yeah. So. I will say the tides down there, if there's ever a thing that affects those fish, it's the tides. The tides down there mean more than anything you could possibly do down there. It really, really does. There's so many times where it's just like, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be doing everything right. Those fish just are not gonna bite. And then all of a sudden, you get this tide switch, or something happens, and they just go on a freaking frenzy. And it's so fun. That's what makes it so fun down there.
Yeah, there's times I know to move and I'm looking for them, and then there's times when I'm seeing them on my electronics and I'm just doing whatever I can to make them bite, and I'm just working them over and knowing that your little tide change will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. It's different. You gotta know when to grind.
JV says we boat limits, others complain about crowds. Damn straight, dude. If you want to come and catch fish, go to Buoy 10. If you don't, then sit at home and watch. It's like the Super Bowl. You can watch it instead of play it. Oh, jeez.
Can we get a Cam Tide rant?
A tide? What are you gonna rant about on tides?
I don't know. I like tides. They're cool. They bring fish.
All right, Clint. I think we got enough questions here. This live feed just got weird. Let's pick a winner. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Don't forget, if you guys want to get some apparel or get anything, make sure you check out our website. Also, stay tuned, because in the next couple days, we're going to be announcing a couple limited edition Buoy 10 exclusive apparel pieces that we're working on. We've been working on them for a while, and those are coming really soon. So keep an eye out for
Does
those.
UV work on certain times?
They're going to be limited again, though. So just like our summer drop, these things are going to come out, and whatever we made and whatever sells, that's going to be it for them. So once you see it, make sure you jump on it. It's coming soon. Appreciate it. Clint, who do we got? Is that your winner?
Yeah, that's your winner.
Strofish. Thanks for tuning in, man. You won yourself a Tough Line hat and a Minn Kota soda koozie. That's what Cam says. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks again.
See you this weekend, boys and girls.
Make sure you shoot us an email to orders at addicted.fishing. Include your name, your shipping address, and exactly what you won. We'll get that out to you. And yes, we'll see you guys Friday.
Hells yeah. Later, boys.
Don't forget, look for me.